initiative.
Hello, everybody, one and all. Welcome back to Quest Junkies. It is Monday night, my dudes, and I can only mean one thing. It is time for the season premiere, episode 51 of the Rhódania Chronicles. Say hi, guys!
Hi, guys!
Hello!
Oh, my goodness. We're back with a very minuscule table this week and a slightly shorter session than usual, but all for good reason, because next week we will see the debut of 2 new players in this lovely little campaign. And this episode is going to sort of bridge the gap between everything that came before and everything that is yet to come. So, we should probably get straight into things. So, first of all, my dear friends, please introduce yourself and tell us who you will be playing. Starting off to that side, whichever that is, my right, stage left.
Oh.
Bridget!
That's me! Hi, guys! Hi, everybody, I'm Bridget, and it's good to be saying these words. I'll be playing Frank, the Way of the Long Death Shatterkai monk. Lock.
Let's go! Yes, thank you so much. And, of course, Patrick.
Hello, everybody. My name is Patrick, aka Patoons, and I will be playing Con McGinnis, Earth Genasi Runite Fighter.
Hell yes, thank you so much. And I am Patch, the ever humble Dungeon Master. I play everybody else, apparently. I don't know who everybody is. Everybody! Thank you. So, with all that being said, periodically in the chat you will see messages just shouting out people that help make Quest Junkies what it is, shouting out our dear friends of the channel such as Phoenix Waki, Tabletop Dominion, Sirenscape, all wonderful people that you should go and check out. But enough of all that. It's time for a story. So, welcome back to Rhódania. Though, it's somewhat different than we know it. Because last we left off, the Wyld Ones, Connell, Frike, Rhódania, Reese, and Wes, aboard the Discourteous Rose, Captain Madeline Crowley's skyship, ventured northward to unlock the mysteries and the secrets behind the Great Reconvergence, an event pulling people and places to and from different planes of existence. Like a dimension-hopping musical chairs, almost, but with a bit more of a sinister air to it. As their journey progressed, they found that this horrific circumstance involved the seat of the gods, the citadel of the Morriganeth. It involved the Shadowfell, more specifically, became somewhat of a family affair for Frike, as it seems her father was at the centre of it all, but perhaps not entirely by himself. After many trials and tribulations just to get there, they found their way inside the citadel, began delving upwards into the tower, where they were confronted with another Frike, a second Frike. Some sort of a sister, a twin, a clone? Answer uncertain. But she was in possession of a necklace, one of a set of 2. A golden circular necklace with inset rubies around the perimeter of it. A familiar necklace to any long-time fans of Quest Junkies. Eventually, the battle continued outside of the citadel, and things took an interesting turn. The Raven Queen and Lady Ymira, Goddess of the Moon, both arrived on the scene. Something they weren't supposed to be able to do. But thanks to the Great Reconvergence, it seems specific divine barriers had weakened somewhat. They were committed to putting an end to this once and for all, and the two of them launched towards the citadel with a brutal assault. It didn't go so well. As the group reconvened, found their way back to confront what was going on, their enemy finally made an appearance, the man behind the curtain. Name unknown for now, forgotten to the sands of time. But more commonly known as the former god of death. Made no expense to quickly deal with these two divine beings, sundering them away from this plane of existence. And as the two necklaces had been brought together, the differences between these two sides of the same coin that is Frike had rejoined in unity. The final seal was unlocked, and the reconvergence took full effect. Rhódania, Westerly, and Reese converged away to locations unknown, torn away from the group, leaving only Connell and Frike left standing as they were taken by the convergence. And perhaps it was due to their determination to stay together, to keep fighting. But as they held each other's hands, as the wave of this unknown multiversal energy took them, they were taken home. Back to Zundanark, which I misspoke in the last session. I actually said Berthy. It was actually Zundanark. Just to clarify. And as they came to and they realized the sky was different, a colossal burning red moon hangs in the center of the sky, unmoving. There is no sunlight here. Because the main goal of the Great Reconvergence was to pull the domain of dread that Frike's father rules over out of the Shadowfell entirely and place it upon the material plane. But some room needed to be made for that to happen, so of course, the continent of Rhódania and what remains of its sister continent of Demethron was sent to the Shadowfell. Connell, Frike, It's the start of a new season, so just in case we have any new people watching, as you get to your feet and start to figure out what has happened, could you describe what we see as our view pulls in on you? Let's start with Connell.
So, after being ransacked and manhandled by this mysterious god, Connell tries to get to his feet, but he's kind of just trembling. After you've had a fall, like you just feel like your bones like ache as you're trying to like get to your feet. He's feeling like that. So you see a 6'2" Earth Genasi with he's got stalagmites on his head, jut upwards. They almost like resemble hair. He's got a chip in one eyebrow, one brow, and he's got like his chin is like split into three. He has a red cape flowing from his back, and he's, because of the region he was just in, he's got like a big blue like fleece thing on him. Using his sword to kind of like act as a crutch as he stands up and as he holds his hammer by his side. Just taking a lot of deep breaths just to kind of compose himself as he looks around. And the only person he sees is Frank. And then he just kind of like slumps back down to his knees.
And Frank.
It's that feeling just after a tremendous impact, like an earthquake or an explosion. Your ears are ringing. You can't quite see properly. Your vision is blurred. Wind is knocked out of you, so did you even remember what breathing felt like before it hit? Before that hit, before everything changed. And I think she just lays there stunned. You just see he's 6 feet tall. I keep forgetting to mention her height. She's very pale. Pallor, it resembles a corpse. And she's got silver hair, but the sides of her head are shaved. She's got dark sclera and bright purple irises. She's a monk, so she's dressed for comfort and efficiency. Essentially, she's updated her look, so she wears a romper and sandals that go up to her knees, with bandages around her arms, and now a familiar necklace embedded into her neck. And I think she'll look down to try and see if any trace of the darkened veins from the wound on her chest still remain as well.
They do. You do notice one thing that's different, though. The whole time that necklace has been embedded into you, as short of a time as it has been in the grand scheme of things, you've always felt it's like a vibration almost coursing throughout it. It's like you're feeling the latent divine energy that emanates from it. That feeling is gone entirely.
I think she'll feel that the necklace is still there, and sort of a full body shudder racks her, like that feeling of just instantly becoming nauseous. And she'll curl in on herself, but she'll still just stare straight ahead without really seeing anything.
As you do, every time you blink, you get just a fraction, a flashback of the battle. You blink and you see Rhódania form changing, wild shaping, vanishing. You see Wes struggling, being pulled away, vanishing. See Reese praying, tears forming in the corner of his eyes, vanishing. These flashes, moments. It's hard to not see them.
It takes her a long time to speak again, and when she does, it's as though her throat is raw, wrecked. It takes time to even understand what she's saying, but she's just muttering words. Can't
Connell.
be real. It
Connell,
can't be real.
Connell lifts his head and looks towards Frank, wheezing as he says, Frank? Are we dead?
She'll... I think she had curled away at first, but at the sound of his voice, she'll just turn. She hesitates for a long moment, but she just... She'll reach out, and as she does, it's just this whole inner monologue of being unable to filter herself right now. It can't be real. I know if I reach out and I take his hand, it will be okay. Because this can't be real. It's impossible. And she will reach out. Even if you don't take her hand, she'll reach out.
He's like kind of like trembling as he like lifts his hand to try and like accept it.
So as your hands meet, it's like the rest of your surroundings pull into focus. And it's strange because there's chaos all around you. The streets are full of people running, shouting, screaming, pointing at the sky. Having no idea of what's just happened. And you see it all, but it's like you can't hear any of the screaming. You just hear your own heartbeat, your breath, as you collect yourselves in this moment. And you look up and you see this new sky that's not supposed to be there, but it's one you've seen before, both of you. This is the sky of the Shadowfell. how could Zundanag be here? Could they do that? Could they really do that? An entire city. You know that towns have been able to have been moved. Small villages. This is so much bigger.
Knowing what she knows now, all of this, does it seem like exactly what he was planning?
It certainly makes sense. But you can't figure out why. Why go this far?
We're back in the Shadowfell? But this...
No, we're not. This is Rhódania.
But surely there's some places from the Shadowfell that resemble where we're from.
Oh.
Like two sides of a coin.
You remember this house, don't you? Point up at it.
Vaguely. From the 2 days I was at it.
You do look back at the house
Yeah.
and you do see this couldn't be the Shadowfell.
Yeah, the house that you guys took me to had an entire part there, and he points to where the workshop was. See, that's not the same place.
This was his plan. He did it. He used my shadow. And he did it. He won. This is Rhódania. And it is the Shadowfell.
What's everyone's passive perception?
16.
20.
16. 20, okay. Frike, with a 16, you hear a muffled voice coming from inside the house. Connell, with a 20, that's a little less muffled for you. It's Veronia's mum, and she sounds distraught.
I can't go in there. I can't tell her she's I can't do it.
Connell like buttons his cape from like around his back and then just like drapes it over Frike like a comfort blanket. And he like kind of limps his way towards the house. As the cape kind of like latches around your back, you feel like 4 rocks like kind of like bump into your back, and should you choose to like look at them a little more, you can see that like on like the base of them has like inscriptions. One has a P, one has an F, one has a W, one has an R, and like you notice that like they have like certain shapes that resemble the party.
I think she'll clutch the fabric a little closer to her chest, but even knowing what she said, that she can't bear to go in there and explain what happened, she will just stand in the background and watch helplessly, kind of rooted to the spot.
As you approach the door, Connell, the door flies open as Rhódania's mum runs out frantically, tears streaming down her face. She turns and she sees you, and her face goes to stone. No comment on you. Connell. Oh, Connell, I'm sorry.
Hi, Your Highness.
I'm sorry. And she just runs over and she gives you a hug.
Why are you sorry? Are you okay?
I don't know what's going on. Everything started shaking. There was some weird, mist that came in, and I tried to grab her, but it pulled her away, and I don't know where she's gone.
By her, you mean?
She just starts crying. There's only one other person in that house she could be talking about.
Connell, Frona's mum's not that much taller than actual Frona.
I'd say she's maybe a little shorter than you.
Oh, so she's closer to my height?
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. Yeah, Connell just kind of hunches over a little bit just to get a proper hug as opposed to her just latched on me. I'm sorry too.
Well, you're gonna fix it, right? You're gonna fix it. Honey, Fronia? Wait.
That's what I'm sorry for.
Connell. Explain to me right now. Where's my wee girl?
Still trying to wrap my head around where exactly I am. But, we went to Morganath up north. I met up with everyone. We took to the Citadel. We noticed some divine, godly, I don't even know the right words, just tomfuckery happening up there. And some kind of ancient evil entity appeared and blasted us all to wherever we currently are. Before I had a chance to even, well, I stepped in, but cracked straight through my defenses. And before I could even do anything, before I knew it, Frona was gone. Followed by Wes and Reese. And Reese is God. So yeah. Connell reaches for his sending stone.
As you go to reach for your sending stone, she goes to punch you across the jaw. I was going to ask you what your AC was, but she rolled a natural 20. So while it doesn't cause damage, she knocks you flat on your ass. And you see rage in her eyes. I don't want to see any of you again unless you have my wee girl. I'm going to go and find her because I should have never let her out of my sight. Do we have a fucking understanding?
Connor gets back up to his feet and he just walks away. Well, you lost my mom, so I'll look for her. I'll look for your daughter, and you can say where you're at. You said I'll fix it. You've got my word. And he walks down towards Frank.
I think Frank, as you look, you can see that she goes to respond with something and she stops herself. She shakes her head and she just turns and she just walks away down the road. Doesn't go inside to collect anything, she just leaves.
I keep thinking back, thinking there was something that we could have done, something different we could have done, something else. That son of a bitch.
If she
ruined everything.
If she lets him, Connell's going to pick up Frank to just walk somewhere. We're not welcome here anymore.
I think it's unclear whether or not she actually said he ruined everything or I ruined everything.
I'll say, since the house is on the outskirts of the city, you probably head outwards, away from the city. Just into the grasslands that surround it. Find a place that's...
Sorry, before that, you mentioned the city was under attack, or chaos was happening?
It's chaos on the streets. Nobody knows what's happened.
Is it just people are going pandemonium, or there's
people,
creatures coming in and attacking?
There's no sign of any attacks or creatures. It's just people coming out of their homes, not knowing what's going on, looking up and seeing this weird, fucked up sky. There's no creatures or anything like that.
I don't know if it's on the way towards the grasslands, like you say, but are we able to walk towards the Colosseum? And if my memory serves, was there a statue built of us?
There was. It's not on the way, but if you want to go that way, you certainly can do.
I mean, given the circumstance, Connell wants to check out what's happened to his city.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So say you spend a bit of time just slowly walking through the city. Maybe taking the quieter streets because of the pandemonium that's going on. There are city guards rushing past here, there, and everywhere, not really knowing how to respond, trying to get people to stay indoors, but seemingly not really having any authority over people in panic. You get further in to the city, towards where the markets are. There is people looting, and guards are trying to calm that situation down. You make your way towards the Colosseum, and a lot of people are congregating there. As some of the city guards, you see, are sort of gesturing for people to go inside. They seem to be using it as a potential shelter because they're not sure if they're under attack or if it's the end days, but they're trying to be prepared. And in the foyer, the statue remains, as you last saw.
She looks up and sees that. She's going to flinch and wrench herself out of Connell's arms and just stride toward the opposite wall. Why would you bring me here? I can't look at them. I can't look at them.
I was just checking to see if anybody needed any help.
We can help other people. I can't look. We can't. Not here. Anywhere but here.
I mean, if anything, like, Thrasham could be here. Like, he's...
Okay, let's find Thrasham. She's determinedly staring away from the statue.
Okay.
Connell puts his hand on his shoulder, or on her shoulder. Listen, maybe you're right. Like, this is just a little bit too fresh. We can come back here. As he looks at the guards, like, they seem to have things pretty maintained at the moment.
Where is he? Where's Thrasham? Do we just use a sending stone? What do we do? We have to do something. We can't just stand here, and I can't just... Yeah. Let's just do something.
Connell takes out his sending stone, and I know it's supposed to go out to a specific target, but I think this is just like a distress call, like a SOS, be like...
I'll allow it, yeah.
Hello, Connell McGinnis, the Archer Nazi Rune Fighter here. This is an SOS. Anybody out there?
As you finish speaking, there's a couple of sparks from the sending stone. The spell does not take effect. Above table, the sending stone currently does not know what plane of existence it resides on. So it is unable to take its full enchantment. And a round of inspiration from our dear Grim in chat.
Love you, bro. Well, it looks like we gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Pockets of stone. Connell approaches like a random guard.
You see this sort of middle-aged human, sort of strawberry blonde hair, very disheveled, mucky armor. Clearly has been like escorting people here and there for the last maybe hour, non-stop. Just looks like he's trying to take a breather for a minute as you approach. She sort of looks at you. The shelter's just... wait, you're...
I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. You... any idea what's going on? We need information. Are we being attacked? What is this? What's happening to the sky? People are asking questions. We don't know what to tell them.
Tell them.
Do people know about the reconvergence? Is that common knowledge?
I wouldn't say it's overly common knowledge, no.
Even if the people want someone to blame for this, tell them Stalagmite is the one that's going about this. And make sure no one else's name gets brought into the discussion. If I hear any mention that my friend Frike, Westerly, Rhódania, or Mist of the Morning, Reese, if I hear any of their names, well, I don't exactly know what I'll do, but I won't be happy about it.
She's going to put a hand on his shoulder. I love you, but you can't. This is not a load that you were meant to carry on your shoulders, not by yourself.
He just looks back at you. And this has been a load that's been on your shoulders for too long.
They need to know the truth. They can't live in fear. And using her limited knowledge, I mean, only as far as what she knows from everything she observed from her new memories. Hell, she might even recall a passing bit of knowledge that Bob threw out there once in a while. She's going to do her best to explain the concept of the reconvergence.
Mm-hmm.
The math diagrams flying across the screen.
Well, you see.
Well, you see.
Where is that Bob? Tune in on Wednesday.
Yeah, tune in on Wednesday to find out. Okay. Let me roll to see how much of this information he absorbs. Because this is a lot to tell an ordinary guard. Okay, he rolled pretty good. He's very confused about it all. But he takes it all in. He just stays quiet and just intently listens, nodding his head. Right. Well, that all sounds fucking awful. Right, so the message that we need to get out to the people then. Do we say that the Wyld Ones have it in hand? They will fix it, or
She crumples a little bit hearing that name, but she just swallows and steals her nerve. Oh, everyone. Stay safe. Seek shelter. Hold one another close. Do your best to protect yourselves. We face uncertain times and an uncertain future, but the few who remain will see to it that it is handled.
Good reference. Well spoken. Thank you. I will not impede you on the work you clearly will be doing. I will get the message out. Thank you. Honestly, thank you.
Is Thrasham in the city at the moment?
He was. Last I heard, yes. I haven't personally seen him.
And I suppose after this event, he could be anywhere.
I would assume so. If I hear of anything, I will reach out. I'm not sure quite how just yet. We might have to resort to more archaic measures. Keep an eye out for a carrier pigeon or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there. But yes. Thank you. And good luck.
And you as well.
Be safe.
And he turns, puts his helmet back on, and sort of jogs back over towards the entrance of the Colosseum.
So the city hasn't changed a whole lot since I was taking the Shadowfell. Aside from the Shadowfell itself coming.
It's like when we left Rhódania and were transported to another place. Think of it like that. But it was Rhódania that left and got transported to another place.
And he's just able to take entire cities?
Not by himself. Leave that to the artist formerly known as Relevant.
So that thing, I can imagine we're having this conversation as we're like making our way out to the Wastelands.
Mm-hmm.
So that thing that was holding off the Raven Queen and the Lady of the Moon, what was that?
Nightmare incarnate, the former god of death, another being with a power complex, whatever you want to call it. It's who the Raven Queen sundered out of existence, and he lent his power to my father and my shadow self, and I can only assume, since I absorbed her essence, that some of the power he lent to the two of them belongs to me now.
Wait, so you have access to this God of Death's power?
It had something to do with the wings, I imagine.
You think back in that moment. The Raven Queen the blessing of the Raven Queen, the power that you've known your whole life, bestowed upon you, always symbolized by black feathers. And yet you got your wings and they were white feathers. A symbol you had seen before, connected with this former god of death.
I miss the ravens.
I don't see any birds at the moment.
Where
Would
my
you
power
like
came
to?
from.
You hear a voice.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
From down the street.
Oh god. I'm just imagining that fucking the crows from the Jungle Book.
As you turn and you see, hobbling down the street after you, with a little makeshift walking stick and a bandage on the foot that doesn't have a crock on it, a beaten up, bruised, but alive Brim Smallboy.
It's just like in a movie if you see like a dog lump after a fight. It's like, oh no.
Just sort of hobbling after you, like, just a moment. Just a moment.
Connell
Turning and just
sprints.
darting. Yeah, we both just run after him. Just
Wait.
just as soon as we get there, doesn't matter like what state he's in. She's just doing spare the dying, like her one time that she's ever used this fucking cantrip. Like just
Connell full on rugby tackle hugs him like full on glump.
Puts him straight on death saves.
oh god.
She can't spare the dying. It's okay. He can handle it.
Ow, my other leg!
Oh god.
Where did you... I thought that was you. What's going on? It's been very scary.
Brim, like, what's... Are you... Obviously, you're not okay because of the condition you're currently in, but, like, give us the throwdown. Like, what happened here?
Okay, just 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me think. Okay, so...
Why is that lollipop in your hair?
No! Okay, so it's a little fuzzy, but I will do my best. In fact, I will roll for it to see how much I remember.
Do you remember?
Natural 20. Holy shit, Brim.
Oh.
Welcome back. I remember it like it was yesterday, which is a good job because it was actually today. So I was at the house. The mummies they'd just done some shopping, and I was going to go for a walk, so I got my belongings together, and I thought, I've never actually walked around the city, so I'm going to have a look around. So I did, and it was very strange. There was a rumble in the ground, and the sky went very dark, and then I was like, oh, is it an eclipse? And then there was like this mist that came over the sky. I was worried because it looked like what happened when we were at Russian's Rise, you know? And I was like, oh, shit's going down. I hope they're okay. And wait, you're here, but you were... Isn't that really far? Anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. So the mist came over, and then the ground rumbled some more, and then I saw some people were struggling, so I went to help them, and then there was a crowd, and I got caught up in the crowd and someone accidentally stood on my foot and then it really hurt and
Where the fuck is he? Where the fuck is he?
and then as everything settled and the ground stopped shaking, the mist passed and then the sky was like this. And I thought, oh no, that's not a good sign. I don't think we're in Zundidag anymore. Well, I suppose we are, but I don't know.
It's difficult to explain.
Have you heard anything from your tribe in Rosen's Rise?
No, I tried to use the magic stone, the one that lets you speak over long distances. Yes. I tried to use one of them, but it gave me a static shock. My fingers still hurts from it, actually. It really hurt, and now it's still hurting. But, yeah, that's. I've been walking around since I found this really useful stick that I've been using.
Watching like 20 sessions while that stick is like a wand of wish or something.
Bold of it, you assume it isn't already.
Fuck.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wish for a second clock.
Oh my god. The stick evaporates.
Really?
Connell just like lifts Brim, plops him and like a little perch in his like stalactites, and we just continue walking to leave the city.
You're pointier than I remember.
I worked out.
Is everyone else back at the home?
No.
Maybe as they walk, she'll fill Brim in on everything that happened. He was right that it was similar to what happened in Roshan's Rise, and it's easier, notably, telling Brim than it would be to tell Veronia's mom.
And he does get upset. And I think he, like, as you get to that part of the story, he will climb down from Connell and he'll scooch up onto Frike's shoulder and he'll just, like, nuzzle in. He'll just quietly listen. Might shed a secret tear here and there, but does his best to show a brave face, as he's been taught by his heroes. Okay. You've just given me a lot of traumatic information. I'm not going to lie to you.
No.
Well, as I have heard many people in this strange city say over the past few days, shit be fucked, yo.
People say that here?
Yeah, I don't understand it. It's some strange lingo. I don't know. But we're here. So what are we doing? How we fix this? Are we ready? I might need a couple of days for this foot, but you know, it's what.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
Not yet. But we will be. Eventually.
Okay.
We need to find a place to stay.
Well, there's the house.
We aren't welcome there.
Oh.
Well, at least I'm not.
We couldn't go back. Not now.
There's a couple places, providing that it's the same place, just somewhere else. Should be look at a few camp spots just outside of the city.
Surely, what the Wyld Ones? Surely the city will provide, no? Or would you rather be away? I suppose.
I left. I left when a lot of people needed me most, and even when I was there, I wasn't enough. A lot of my favorite people are gone, and there's nothing I can do about it. I would love to stay at the home. I would love to see my mom. I would love to sit down with my best friend and like him talk about all these toys that he's going to make. I would love to sit down with a little cat who wants to get me drunk off some magical potion she's been making all her life. I would love to get slapped on the ass by a fucking snow leopard, but I lost. And he looks towards Frike. Almost everything that I hold dear to my heart. I'm sorry for the outburst, but man, I just need a moment to process what the hell just happened.
You see his little ears droop down. I'm sorry, Kono. I'll give you some space.
Go.
It's okay. It's okay.
She'll just hold Brim a little bit tighter, but not too tight.
My heroes need heroes right now, so I want to help. I know I'm only small. My feathers are barely grown in. They're a little messy. My legs busted up. But my friends are hurting and I want to help them.
We need to stay together and keep each other safe.
Yes. I will give you your time and your space. I'm sorry, Kano. I can't even begin to imagine what it must feel like. I have some growing up to do still.
You're older than me, Brim.
It's just a number. I'm trying to be poignant here. I don't know what that word means, but I'm trying.
Listen, I'm not going anywhere.
Damn right.
Yeah. I just need time to think about this.
I think she might also begin the explanation. So there was another different version of herself, much more insidious, roving Rhódania, and she'll conclude that brief explanation with, I may need to lay low, hide my face. I don't know what exactly full extent of everything she did, but they see my face. I could be...
Patch. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, Bridget. The house that the Wyld Ones own, that's not Connell's mum's old house?
No, it was one given to them.
Okay.
So the old house is still there.
Okay, so Connell's naturally leading them to that house to grab some camping supplies, and then... Mm-hmm. Sorry, Bridget, continue.
It's all right. She was just gonna conclude it with she doesn't know, could be implicated in any number of crimes, and she would have no idea. So she wants to lay low, err on the side of caution.
Duly noted. Sorry, just checking one thing here. shit. Okay, yes. Sorry, this is important. At some point over the coming hours, we'll say maybe you finally make it out to the place that you're going to make camp. And for most of the journey, Brim's been quiet, but you can see the cogs are turning. He's trying to think about something. And as you start to settle down at the camp, he approaches you, Frike. Okay, so, I have not done this before, but I wanted to help, so I'm going to try to help, if you will allow me.
Okay.
He's gonna basically ask for uppies, first of all.
Get up here.
And he wraps his arms around your neck in a hug as he casts Greater Restoration. And as he lets go, he holds a necklace in his hand.
Buddy.
It's not your style anyway, but I figure we don't know how dangerous it might be still, so I would rather it not be on you.
Thank you. Cries a little.
And the area at which it was sunken into your skin is restored. There's no marks, there's no scarring.
Not even the veins.
The veins are still there. The dark marking still there. I did something that helped.
Yes, you did. Good job, Brim.
Yeah.
Connell's striking the flint to start the fire, but the insecurities in his head, he's not able to get a good spark out, so he's just constantly striking it.
Stupid thought. Just.
I swear to God, if you fireball, I'll be like, "Oh, look, magic!"
No. The only thing he has is the Eldritch Blast, so I was gonna try to Eldritch Blast the fucking fire.
I was trying to let him.
Stupid thought. I'm gonna do it.
Brim's gonna give you bardic inspiration.
Oh man.
So did you or didn't you?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't want to do that.
I've just seen a familiar name pop up into the chat. Hi, Mai. You've missed a lot of trauma. I think
Brim she's also got a tinderbox, so she can try to help.
He will hesitate in approaching, but he will
guys. I've got this. I can light a fire. It's the least I can do.
Okay. I'll say time passes.
Still no fire.
Roll me d6.
Fuck, I don't even have any dice out.
Oh fuck, we're playing D&D.
Oh, I thought we were just having
we?
chance. That's a 4 and a d6.
4. I'll say it takes you about 40 minutes, and eventually you get just enough of a and you get a fire going.
There's like a little like trickle of a smile from him, but he just like tends to the fire to like help it grow. So we're not dead.
No.
Which means they're not dead.
I didn't even have a chance to check the candle that Rhódania had lit.
Candle?
It was the magical one that the flames would only go out if something happened to any one of us. And she left it burning for her mom.
That's back in the house.
But that's, I mean, the fact that these don't work isn't a security, but we got hit by the same thing they did. You're here. I'm here. Presumably there somewhere.
She just hesitates. They held on. They had to. It's what we do.
Yeah. They're stronger than that.
Yeah.
How have you been the past while?
I don't know. I made a deal because I thought it would help, and as far as I know, the person I made that deal with could have gotten obliterated. You know she's talking about the Raven Queen. And now... and I imagine this might be a bit of a shock to Brim, but she's gonna roll her shoulders and try and summon the wings.
Massive, almost angelic-looking white feathered wings unfurl from your back as it definitely takes Brim by surprise as he snaps the walking stick and goes, oh shit, casts mending on the walking stick.
Not the wish!
She might grab his suspenders so that he doesn't blow away in the sudden breeze that the wings cause.
And he just looks and he's like, oh. Beautiful. I hope mine get that big someday.
You'll have to teach me how to fly, Brim.
Oh, I can't fly. If I try to fly, I'll have 2 broken legs.
Connell, at the I can't fly, Connell gives Brim a side eye and is like, and then he whispers to himself, I'll make him fly.
I feel the threads of destiny pulling me somewhere.
Yeet.
So, wings. That's new.
Yep. It's the only thing I have left of my shadow self. For all I know, the color, the feathers, all of it could be a symbol for. God, I really hate that he doesn't have a name. Just.
I mean, like, for the amount of time I was with Favos, nothing. We couldn't get any scent of this. And it bugs me because I feel like he knew more than he was letting on.
Do you remember what we learned? That might have been on purpose. Because Phobos wasn't really there. Because my shadow self could take on any appearance that she wished.
Not just her. As it wasn't always her. Would that... Sorry for interrupting, but... So you're saying that your other half could do this?
Yes.
And your father could do this too? And the silly woman at the tournament, they did it as well?
Yes.
Diane.
Oh.
Was it... Do you think... Maybe you could do it some point?
What, change her form?
But if everyone else in the family can, then...
Deborah wasn't part of the family. He was just...
But part of the
father's
shadows.
right hand.
Yeah, but if Denise can do it, then surely you'll be able to.
I don't know if I'd give Derelict that much credit.
I mean, the less said about Devora, the better.
Enough about divorce.
Brim, enough of that language.
Look, I have had a trying day, all right? I just wanted to go out for a walk this morning.
Yeah, I know. I think we've all had a trying couple of days.
The thing that confuses me now is it... How do we know when to go to bed? The moon hasn't moved.
You kind of get used to it.
Whenever you feel tired.
And that's all the time. Oh, can I have a lie-in every day? Okay, maybe this isn't so bad.
Maybe it's what we need right now.
What I'm still coming to terms with is the fact that, like, I just got back to the material plane and I'm straight back to this.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I think Brim will come over and put a hand on, like, top of your hand. But this time you're not on your own. That makes all the difference. I'm sure there's a rule in your list of rules that would go with this. I haven't learned them all yet. I'm trying. It's a long list.
It's been a long time, but I can recall what I know, and she'll look at Connell, and I might have to come up with a rule book of my own. I think what's going to matter here the most is how we survive.
My rules were always something I held on to make sure that I did the right thing. Making sure I stuck to a certain code, making sure I stuck to the morals that my mentor Atticus had bestowed on me. A lot of those rules are very on the nose. And they came from some of the greats. Like, he sourced that it came from a mighty god. Rule number 11 is heroes are never mediocre. And despite all this training and all this effort that I put in the Shadowfell, it just... Giant monsters, I can take them. Little cats that just like to get angry, I can't take those. Giant fish monsters that want to eat my friends, I could take those. Creepy ghost bitches, can't take those. So, man, my whole thing is about protecting you guys, and I just let one of my worst fears happen today. And I get it, like, people are gonna be like, oh, but Connell, you went up against a god. I should be mightier than a god. I should be able to withstand anything. But the one solace in all of this is, I guess I still have room to grow. I have not yet reached my peak. But man.
Well,
that rule you just quoted at us? You know you needed to hear that too, right?
and if I may, shall we start a new list? Because I've got the first rule after listening to you just now. Rule 1. Know your worth and know your limits.
Heroes are allowed to have limits.
And you don't need to be a mighty god. You're stalagmighty. That's good enough for me. Is it good enough for you? And if it isn't, then we'll make sure it is sooner or later.
It's so strange hearing Connell again after so long in the Shadowfell. I mean, Favos knew my name, but I went as Stalagmighty just to make sure I could protect as many as I could from here. Yeah, it's one of the reasons I wanted to swing by the Coliseum was to look at the hero I used to be. And kind of just have another reminder of what I'm trying to win back, if we can even get close to that. I don't want something like that ever happen again. or we're split up.
You see Brim starts stretching out.
Well, it sounds like we have a plan. I know,
and he starts looking at Frike.
I know it's still fresh, and I know it hurts, even just hearing the name. But we are the Wyld Ones. Even if there's just one of us left, the name lives on, so we keep those candles burning. We'll do this.
Me too.
I told you a long time ago, Frike, that you were my hero. Now it's my turn. And I'll do that with you. And Stalag Boy over there as well.
Pull him in for a hug. I can't tell you how much I missed you.
Its feathers just bushel out.
I'm really glad you're here with us again.
Me too. Well, I don't know about you. I don't know if it's day or night or whatever I'm going to get some sleep. I suggest you do the same, and in the morning, we take it one day at a time. We'll find out where everyone is. We'll connect with who we need to connect to. I may even go back to Roshan's Rise for a time to make sure everyone's okay.
She's gonna hesitate visibly at that, but ultimately she'll just say, one day at a time.
Yeah. I might have some tricks up my sleeve now anyway.
I think she doesn't even improvise a bed at this point. She's going to stretch out on the ground, no matter how uncomfortable it is, and just lay on her side for a while before she just lays flat on her back and stares up at the night sky.
Connell's just gonna kind of like look, like stand up and kind of like pace around just to kind of like do like a perimeter check. But he's like looking towards the Bloodman, and he just like says into himself, I don't know where you guys are, but I'm going to try and find every single one of you if it's the last thing I do. And as he turns away, he just like kind of like mutters unto himself, let's get stronger together. Fucking told him to do that the first time. Jesus Christ.
And eventually, you find your way to slumber. As troubled as your minds are, you are drained to the point where you find yourself in the deepest of sleeps. No dreams, no nightmares, just rest. And the scene fades to black. Some time passes as the Wyld Ones begin to regather, regroup, and plan the retaliation. Now, I left it to my players to determine exactly how much time has rolled past. And I believe it was rolled for.
I did.
So if you'd be so kind, please let everyone know how much time will have passed when we return.
The full measure, including the minutes and the seconds.
If you wish.
Absolutely.
I rolled exactly 2 weeks, 2 days, 4 hours, 5 minutes, and 33 seconds.
There we go.
Amazing. And I'll just leave everyone with one final image for tonight. Our view silently pulls in back on the house of the Wyld Ones. Through a half-open window. And fixates on a group of 5 candles. Flames still flickering on all 5. And that's where we're going to finish for this week. So, indeed a shorter episode tonight, but I think a very important one. And props to the pair of you for some incredible RP tonight. That was everything I was hoping for, and so much more. Next week, we will return at the usual time, at the usual length, with a couple of new faces at the table, as we welcome our dear friends Artie and Aelin to the table with some new characters. One you've met before, one you haven't.
So fucking hype.
Mm-hmm.
But more on that next week. We are so thrilled and excited to be back here telling this story, because this is our world, this is our baby. And we're back. I couldn't be happier. So, my dear friends, if you'd be so kind, please reintroduce yourself, plug anything you have to plug, and give us your favourite moment from this tiny little session. Frank, over to you.
Hi, friends. I'm Bridget. I've been Frank, the Away the Longdale Shatterca Monklock. When I'm not here Monday and Friday nights, you can find me every other Friday over on QuestJunkiesUK's channel for Candlekeep Mysteries. When I'm not on stream, you can find me behind the scenes, recapping, lore keeping, fanfic, and all that good stuff. And yeah, besides the odd references I snuck in here and there for levity, I had a feeling there was going to be a moment of being reminded, and that reminder being exceptionally painful. And it was one of my favorite parts, because that anything to do like the method acting, summoning the pain from deep within, just it's cathartic. And also it's a hell of a return for one of my favorite characters of all time. And that's me.
Thank you so much. Colin McGinnisy.
Hello, everybody. I am Patrick, aka Patton. Sometimes I draw art, but Monday afternoons, I play Colin McGinnisy, Earth Genasi Runite Fighter. You can find me at PatToons on TikTok, at Pat.Toons on Instagram. A little thing for me to plug is I'm still working on the Zelda one-shot. It is coming fairly soon. Just putting final touches on it, so look forward to that hype train coming soon. yeah, those spirit tracks will be coming in pretty soon. Don't know what way the wind's waking, but it's only a matter of an ocarina of time before we find out.
Fuck's sake.
So it's kind of tough. Like for a welcome back session, it's the tone, the atmosphere is like completely different. But I think one moment that stands out is when Rhódania's mum had the audacity to say to Connell, "Hey, shit one, I lost your mum. Where's my daughter? Oh, sorry, we lost her." And she was like, fucking what?" I'm like, listen, I was the adult in this situation here. But no, it's like, and I guess like that vow to her mother, as angry and pissed off as she was towards Connell is just like, right, this is his new quote unquote goal. So yeah.
Indeed. Thank you so much. And I have been Patch, your ever humble dungeon master. I played everybody else. You can find me here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on Quest Junkies. You can find me every other Friday over on QuestJunkiesUK, playing my sassy, classy Order of Scribes, Kashtar Wizard Cleric, Kellen Sturgrove. We have lots of exciting things coming up. You can see it all over our socials and in our Discord. Not just Pat's one shot, but we're in the process of planning some potential charity events for towards the end of April. We've been contacted by our dear friends over at the World Wildlife Fund once again after last year's successful fundraiser, where I think we were just short of 1,000 by the end of it, which for one stream was incredible. So we got to do better this time, clearly. So things are in the works for that. We also announced recently things like Bridget's latest Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, which is in the works as we speak. We recorded session 2 last night. And oh boy, that's going to be a good one. Let me tell you. We also have some other incredible stuff starting up soon. May will see the debut of the next Quest Junkies long-form campaign, Descent into Avernus, which is going to be quite special indeed. And in June, we recently announced the debut of Quest Junkies Academy, a chance for people to play in the community, try out new games, without the red light fear that comes with streaming. It is the next evolution of the community aspect of Quest Junkies. We're really looking forward to getting into it. And yeah, there's other stuff. It doesn't come to mind right this moment, but keep an eye on the socials and you'll be fully informed on everything. As for my favorite moment, this might be the toughest session to pick from thus far. I think, if I'm honest, I think it was the moment that Connell kind of snapped at Brim. Because it just felt like such a genuine response. And I was like, fuck, good job, Pat. Like, holy shit. Like, I felt that. Like, you know, Brim was tearing up a bit, and I felt myself like, oh shit, okay. Sorry, Pat.
Hey, it's all part of it.
It is, and you guys are masters at it, and I love you both very dearly. Thanks for sticking with me for 51 episodes. Let's do some more.
Of course.
37 and something for me.
But he's counting. Anyway.
Just for the next 51.
Hells yeah.
37 for me.
And with that being said, that does it for tonight. So we are going to go find some wonderful friends to go raid, send some love to them. There's a few people we could pick from tonight. Yeah. So, we will next see you on Wednesday for the continuation of the Wildmount Chronicles, where we have recently welcomed a new player to the table after the 1-year anniversary last week. A return from our wonderful River, aka Edelweiss Chaos, aka Artagan the Traveller, but not as Artagan. And then we're back on Friday for the Dark Powers, which has gotten so dark and yet promises to get darker still. We're very excited. So, with all that being said, all the love to you at home. We're so glad to be back, and we hope we'll see you on Wednesday in Wildmount. Until then, all the love, and I guess if there's anything else left to say, is it Monday yet? Good night, guys.
Bye.